Your smartphone has already decided which road you'll take to the office. Your washing machine figured out the weight and the fabric type of your clothes all by itself. And now your phone is suggesting you buy those sneakers you casually mentioned to your wife over dinner last night. All this is done by artificial intelligence. And even this, the music, the editing, the image, all is AI generated. Keep going. I'm a little bit busy. The newly elected president of the world's most powerful nation has announced Project Stargate, a $500 billion investment into AI development.
Stargate Project, I think, is going to be something that's very special. It'll lead to something that could be the biggest of all.
At the same time, Trump has unveiled plans for the world's largest data center, designed to house the most powerful infrastructure for data processing and storage. And it's not stopping there. According to President's research, the global AI market is expected to skyrocket from $757 billion in 2025 to a mind-blowing $3.68 trillion by 2034. What?
You have to remember, AI is a horizontal enabling layer. It can be used to improve everything. It will be in everything. These kind of horizontal layers, like electricity and compute, and now artificial intelligence, they go everywhere.
And yet, to my surprise, hundreds of millions of people still say things like AI is just a toy, give it a few years and it'll fade away, or AI will never replace humans. Well, maybe AI won't replace humans, who knows? But the people who know how to use AI, they will replace you tomorrow. And even not next week, not next year, tomorrow. AI will be everywhere, in every industry. Today I will tell you why AI is the biggest threat to your own career. Hit the like button because I am about to prove it to you. Let's go. I'm just a sales manager. I'm just a doctor. I run a production business. I know my industry better than any AI. How does this involve you? Is there any I in AI? NVIDIA's CEO, Jensen Huang, said it best. You won't be replaced by AI. You'll be replaced by someone who knows how to use it. And I couldn't agree more. The real question isn't whether you should learn AI or not. It's how fast you can master it. Okay, let's be real. Most of us missed out on Bitcoin, underestimating it completely. We ignored the rise of social media, ignoring influencers, until you realize they built multi-million-dollar brands. And now we are at another turning point. But this time, the stakes are even higher. This isn't just about missing out on profits, it's about losing what you already have. Are you ready for that? Because like it or not, this wave is coming. For over 40 years, AI remained theory until 1997 when IBM's Deep Blue defeated world chess champion Garry Kasparov. It was the first time a machine beat a human in a game of strategy. So for now, computers had learned to think, but to go further, they needed much more powerful systems. The next big breakthrough came in the 2000s. The video gaming industry played a key role in AI's progress. GPUs, graphics processing units, originally designed for gaming, turned out to be 100 times faster at training AI than regular processors. This was game changer, but GPUs were expensive and AI development was still slow. That changed in 2012 when Alex Krizhevsky, by the way Ukrainian-born, Ilya Sutskever and Jeffrey Hinton built AlexNet, an AI model trained on just two $500 NVIDIA graphics cards. The result? NVIDIA's stock skyrocketed by 45,000%. How will AI impact our lives? The biggest shift will happen in the job market. AI is already transforming how we work, and if you want to stay ahead, it's crucial to understand what AI is, how to use it effectively, and how it can boost your daily productivity. Today's episode will answer all these questions and even more. Please take a second to subscribe and hit that like button. Creative people use AI apps like DALL and others to generate high-quality visuals in seconds. Another example, AI is actively used in online education. Many platforms like Newton personalize language learning, adjusting lessons to your skill level. Another example is in banking and finance sector. AI tools like Zest AI analyze creditworthiness and help banks decide whether to approve loans to the clients. So, AI is not just about generating text and images. It's a real revolution across multiple industries. Few examples more. AI is already transforming medicine. Medical algorithms can diagnose cancer with up to 89% accuracy, outperforming human doctors. Can you imagine that? AI is also developing new drugs. In 2023, In Silico Medicine, led by Latvian scientists, became the first company to advance an AI-discovered drug to phase 2 clinical trials. The drug, the name is just here on the screen, was fully designed by artificial intelligence to treat idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis. This is crazy. AI is also very perspective in the field of security. For example, if someone leaves an unattended bag on the streets of London, AI-powered surveillance will detect it immediately, and within seconds, every officer in the city will be alerted. Even agriculture is undergoing major transformations. Blue River Technology has developed drones equipped with computer vision that can identify weeds among crops and spray only the weeds rather than the entire field. This not only reduces chemical costs, but also minimizes environmental impact, making farming more efficient and sustainable. Of course, we can't forget about social media. AI-generated virtual influencers are already making thousands of dollars from sponsored posts and brand deals. What is their value? Limited only by the imagination of those making the deals. For example, Miquela, one of the most popular AI influencers, has over 2.4 million followers on Instagram, and she's even not a person. By the way, I don't have this amount of followers, so if you want, this is my Instagram. I can do better than these AI computer machines. So, all you need is the desire and determination. The tools are already available, and I wouldn't put this off for later because there are some warning signs. According to the Future of Jobs Report 2025 by the World Economic Forum, by 2030, 22% of jobs will be affected, 12% will be new, while 10% will disappear. 39% of core job skills will change, meaning that in just 5 years, your current job may require 39% different skills, if it even still exists. The future will demand analytic thinking, technological literacy, and the ability to adapt to new conditions. But don't worry, 14% of new jobs will appear too. What are these future careers? Of course, many of these jobs will be AI-related. AI developers, robotic experts, data analysts, AI engineers, cybersecurity specialists, and some more. I'll leave the full report in the link so you can check it out by yourself. But this doesn't mean that you need to rush and change careers overnight. No, our real task is to adapt in time. So once again, the real threat to your career isn't AI itself, but the person who knows how to use it better than you, and this person will be more efficient than you. And if you're an entrepreneur, the question isn't whether you should integrate AI into your business or not, it's how long your business will survive if you don't. We already live in a world where digital assistants don't just answer questions, they take actions. AI is booking the cheapest flights, managing schedules, and even running ad campaigns for businesses. One more example. OpenAI Agent can now book you a restaurant table all on its own, even finding the contact details for you in the internet. So, without any doubt, the most successful people in the future will be those who make AI their greatest ally. But, as always, there is a big but. AI is a powerful tool, but its development raises serious concerns about data security, ethics, and privacy. By the way, you can forget about your privacy. Many platforms collect massive amounts of data to improve their algorithms, often without clear user consent. Your photos, search history, and even private messages may have already been used to train AI models without your permission. For example, Uber was nearly kicked out of the App Store after Apple discovered it was collecting far more user data than it admitted. Uber could even detect which device you were using, and if your phone's battery dropped below 20%, they could charge you more for your ride. Even in 2011, it was revealed that the developers of the popular game Angry Birds, you remember this, were actively collecting user data, including email numbers, unique phone identifiers. Private data from 500 million players, including their location, activity history, and even technical details of their devices, ended up not just in the hands of advertisers, but also government agencies and intelligence services. Google admitted that its home devices were recording users even without activation through wake words, all due to a so-called software bug. Tech giants collect and use our data however they want, and honestly, fighting against it might be pointless. But that's just my opinion. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Beyond privacy concerns, AI is increasingly being used for scams and fraud. One of the latest causes. According to Hong Kong police, a financial employee at a major corporation was tricked into transferring $25 million to scammers. How? They used deepfake technology to impersonate the company's CFO during a video conference. One surprising risk of AI's rapid growth: the impact on energy and the environment. Here is a crazy fact. In 2024, data centers consumed more electricity than the entire UK. And if AI growth continues at this pace by 2030, it could be using 20-25% of all electricity in the United States of America. And of course, these might have some side effects. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It actually matters, especially for those AI algorithms. The more engagement, the more people will see the video. See you next time.